It says live.
We are live. Hi, everyone. So,
Hi.
I really wish I could say I'm calling in from Hawaii, but Randy is calling in from Hawaii.
That's
Um,
right.
I hate you. We have been together for, I think, like 14 months now. Yeah, a year and two
Mm.
months. And we finally met. So, Randy, um, yeah, I've been there since the start of your business. And you've
Yes, I couldn't
already
have done it without you.
you hit six figures and left your job. Um, what made you decide to work with me?
Well, this was a long time ago. So back when I first signed up with you, it was really because I admired the fact that you were able to leave your 9 to 5 job. And even though it was something that you loved doing, you wanted to pursue something that was even more in alignment and make a bigger impact. And that's really what I wanted to do. So I just felt so called to you, and the rest has been history. Like, you've helped me start my business, helped me grow my business, and now I left my job and have been working for myself full time since February.
And how did it feel that you like basically created that into existence for you?
I mean, it still feels like kind of surreal, just even today, I was like pinching myself. I'm like, oh my God, like I'm doing this. Like, this is crazy that I'm my own boss and was able to do it in less than a year.
Can you actually tell them where you just came from too, by the way? Like I think you should
Yeah.
let them know you're yeah, go ahead, you brag about yourself.
Well, so I've been traveling for the past month. I started in San Diego. I had a powerlifting competition, the US Open, that I actually won. And from there, I went to LA where I saw Elaine. And then I went up to San Francisco and then finished in Sedona for the International Women Speak Festival. So I spoke there on stage about the power of self acceptance. So that was really exciting. And now I'm really working on expanding my public speaking side of my business, which is really exciting. And I have hosted 2 events so far of my own, which I wouldn't have been able to do without Elaine, and have launched my podcast. And so it's really, public speaking is something that I just really love to do. It's one of my favorite parts of my business.
And also, just before this call, you just signed on another one-to-one client.
Yes.
Which is awesome. And then she's going to sign another one next week. I'm just speaking that into existence, right, Randy?
Yeah, absolutely. And while I was I was gone for like 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks, I made over $6,000 being gone. So, it just goes to show that you can be on vacation and still make money.
Isn't it called the laptop lifestyle for a reason?
Yes, which is so amazing. And I think I worked less this month, and this will be one of my best months.
You need to write that as a post. Sorry, I'm like coaching you already during this live. Yeah, definitely write that as a
That's
post.
what Elaine does. She's always amazing and always comes up with things that she can help you with, even in the video, a live video.
um, and I know you and I have worked together one to one. I forgot how long. I think probably like for 8 months, probably, and then you decided to
Yeah, it was
join the
almost
line.
a year. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you decided to join the Line Action Mastermind. Um, what what made you decide to join the mastermind? Because you know how people, and I'm pretty sure you're probably hesitant, like I'm still not going to get the one-to-one attention. But what has been the benefits of being part of that group for you?
Yeah. Well, when we first started working together, we were doing one-on-one calls like every week. And then we went to like every other week. And then I was like, well, I still want your support, but I was feeling like I needed more of a community as well, and like other women who were going through, similar things. And so I really loved that in the mastermind, I was still going to get just, speak with you one on one every week, but it wasn't that one on one intensive like I needed at the beginning. But I
Mm-hmm.
still get one on one with you, which is still awesome. So it just felt like the perfect fit for what I needed in my business, which was still to be able to connect with you, run things by you, get your feedback, but also have that community of sisters that it's really great to hear when we're going through the coaching, what everyone else is going through, because it makes me feel like, oh, okay, I'm not so alone in some of the struggles that we all go through as entrepreneurs.
Yeah. And also, can you talk more about, because I think one of the things I remember you telling me was I obviously teach more in the group, but what have you learned in those group calls? Because I do hot seats and then group teachings as well.
Yeah. So, in the first part of my business, like when we were doing one-on-one, it was really helpful because I needed that like individualized attention. But what I love about the mastermind is like you teach all of these like great things that maybe I didn't know I needed in my one-on-one coaching session. So that wasn't our focus. But it's like now I feel like I'm just getting so much more that I can use to really like scale my business and also like optimize it, like looking at my finances and looking at, like quarterly, what are my goals? Like what's working, what's not working. Those are things that I never really focused on before,
Mm-hmm.
which it's like, I love that the mastermind has that structure so that we're always focusing on optimizing all areas of our business.
Yeah. And obviously, like another thing, you're not bored of me yet. So what has made you decide to like continue to want to work with me? Like, and how have I changed as a coach from even the first time you and I worked together last year?
Yeah, well, I think it's really about the fact that you continue to invest in yourself and you're always finding ways to up level. And because of that, like as your client, I continue to up level. So that has been why I've continued to work with you, is because I know you're going to continue to provide so much value for me, where, other coaches that I've worked with in the past, it's like, okay, well, that's all they can really give me,
Yeah.
and for you, it's like, I just always know that there's going to be more value that you're going to be able to provide. And you always provide like such great master classes in the mastermind, like where we get access to other coaches and other experts, which is really great. So I just always feel like your network is really amazing as well. So that's why.
And what was your hesitancy wanting to invest, whether it's me or other coaches? And your doubts whenever you invest in yourself, like what advice would you have to anyone who's scared to do that?
I mean, I guess in the beginning when I was going from one-on-one to like the group, is I was like, oh, like, is this really going to be like helpful, or, like, am I really going to get out of it what I need? But I feel like I've gotten way more than I had expected, which is like, just so much more. Like the master classes have been so great. Like the teachings that you give every time, you just go above and beyond. So I feel like it's more value than I had expected. And I feel like that's kind of the hesitancy I have a lot of times, is like for instance, I just bought another do it yourself, and like she made it out to be like, oh, it's this great package. And I downloaded it and I was like, that's it. And so it's like, I always have that fear of like, coaches make it sound really great, and then what they actually deliver doesn't match that,
What they
what
stated.
they say. Exactly. So I think that that's definitely always been my biggest fear, is like, okay, it sounds great, but is it really going to deliver the results,
Mm-hmm. And that's why you are killing it.
Because you deliver results.
Yes, I do. And everyone in the mastermind gets results, like every single person.
Absolutely.
And what's really cool is every single person's business is all different in there as well. So it's cool to just even hear and learn from other people. What's really funny right now, while we're talking, I got like a message from Monica. She like landed a $2,500 contract per month,
Oh my God.
which is incredible. um, so so what advice would you have to anyone considering to be a part of the mastermind?
I mean, just do it. Like, honestly, I think that the biggest thing that I hear from people is like wanting to wait. Well, I'm going to wait until I have, this or that, or it's the right time. But I know from experience, like, that you can lose a lot of time when you don't invest. So, I went, before I invested in you, there was a lot of time, like, just waiting around thinking about starting my business before I actually got started. And it was really me making that investment first that kickstarted everything. You know, I made the investment before I made money in my business. And I think that that's really when you're willing to put yourself out there and you're willing to like show up, like then you show up, you know, you're telling the universe, like, I'm ready for this. I'm going to make this work. And then the universe shows up for you. So I really think it's just trusting in yourself, believing in yourself, and you're not going to regret it.
Actually, and I want to share this. I don't know why you seem pixelated, by the way. So sorry, guys. But I think after our first session, you got your first paying client, didn't you?
I did, but it was actually not after our first paid session. It was after a free session with you.
So I think that's why anyone should connect with me to see if it's a good fit, because you're still going to make money.
Exactly.
And how much did you charge then for a one-to-one?
I charged $750 for 8 weeks.
How much do you charge now?
I charge $5,000 for 3 months.
Okay.
And, you know, that's because I've invested in my business over the past year, $38,000. So, you know, and that's why I believe I've been able to scale my business to 6 figures in under a year, is because I invested. I mean, that's like a third of what I've made in a year. I've invested back into my business. And so I just think it's really important that you make yourself and your business a priority.
And you're already, so that was my last question. So not about me or the Aligned Action Mastermind, but what business advice would you have to anyone starting or wanting to get to that next level from your experience?
Yeah, I mean, it's really, for me, it's been investing in myself and then showing up as my true self online. Like not trying to be like Susie or, you know, anybody else that you might see in your niche and trying to like replicate that. Like anybody, I'm a business coach, you're a business coach, but I never feel like there's any competition, because I believe that there's people who are attracted to me for my story. There's the people who are attracted to other people for their story. And if you show up as you, you're going to attract the right people. And I believe that's why I was attracted to you, because I thought I saw that authenticity. So the biggest advice is invest in yourself and then show up as your real self, and you'll start to attract the right people into your business.
Yeah. Like I completely agree. It's just, and people could tell when you're fake, you know,
Totally.
and too perfected.
Yes, they can see that screen, you know, like it's you may think it's invisible, but people can see through it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So everyone, I'm going to put the link below for all of you guys to book in a call, because Randi booked in a call and she got her first paying client.
Get that money. Come on now.
I know. Okay, so I will put the link below. Thank you, Randi, for your time.
Thanks, Elaine.
And bye, everyone. We'll connect next week and see if it's a good time, but I will say my prices are going up and when you get a bonus one-to-one VIP. Thanks, guys.